Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I live and work in Scotland. I'm not too sure about this lighting, so let me just see where we're going. I'm just getting set up. Please bear with me. I think the camera's round the wrong way, that's why. That's better. Okay, so I don't know if anyone's going to come on. It's me coming on at different times. So if you do come in, please say hello so that I know I'm not all on my lonely. It is telling me there's two people. Hi Georgiana, hiya. Nice to have you here. So let me just get myself up on my iPad. Let's put the volume off. Oh, Claire, hello. Hi, Karen. Okay, so as usual, everything's back to front with me. So this morning I filmed the making of this card in centimetres, a trifold card, and I said I would come back and record an inches one. Well, I've kind of worked out my inches, but I thought, well, let's just go live. So when you watch this and it says I'll come back on and do an inches one, ignore that. It means I've already done the inches one, but there is one coming on. Probably it'll be uploaded by tomorrow and I'll put it up tomorrow, and it's the measurements are in centimetres. So I'm still on, so that one is using the Hues of Happiness Designer Series paper. I'm still on this mission to use up my Designer Series paper, but the more I tidy up, the more I find, so it's becoming a bit ridiculous. So I found about half a pack of this Butterfly Kisses Designer Series paper. I've got all this. Not used it. Not used it. I had put it away on a shelf and forgotten all about it. So I've got it out. I've worked out this card in inches and mostly to design to go with the American letter size paper, and so the finished card ends up the size of your normal card. Oh, Claire. I'm glad to hear I'm not alone. But, oh dear me. So I have sort of worked out the measurements here. Do you know when people say they worked something out on the back of a napkin? This is me working out the inches. So let me just write it out more clearly for you. So you need a piece of card which is 5.5 inches by 11.25 inches. So it does mean that if you want to use our UK A4 size, it is 11.25, isn't it? Well, I don't know, tell me. Yeah, I think it's 11.25 that way. So you would get it, that's probably why I went with 11.25, because that's the size I've got. That might be it. I'll check anyway. So, and then you want to score that at, on the long side, score at, I'm putting it up here so that I'll see when I've got my trimmer, 1.25 inches, 2.5 inches, 4.75 inches, and 7 inches. So you should end up with a folded card that's 5.5 inches by 4.25 inches. Hi Gina, you come. The fire's on. It is a bit nippy. It's a beautiful sunny day here in the UK. Well, certainly in my corner of Scotland. I love this paper. So I pulled out 4 bits that have dark blue. That's not Night of Navy, but these ones have got Night of Navy. And there's so many colour options here. Look. So Calypso Coral with Parakeet Party and Fresh Freesia. How cool is that? Or that way. So they all tone in together. I love it. Hi Emma, and you come. So let's cut the paper, cut the card, make sure it folds as we wish it to, and then work out what sizes I need to cut the paper at. So as I say, I could have prepped this and recorded it, but I thought, I need a bit of company. So I've asked you guys to come in and keep me company by the fire while I am crafting. So of course I'm putting this over my measurements. 5.5 by 11 3/4. Now I'm going to cut the 5.5 bit first because I'll cut a belly band from there. So 5.5 inches. That's that. It's lovely to craft live, but it's dangerous when you're tired. I've had a really busy day. I've had a fantastic day, really. Oh, positive. Right, 11.5. 11 and... Do you know I'm lying? I'm absolutely lying, haven't I? Ours measures 11 and that's 11 3/4, or nearly that anyway. So I'm just wondering if I've made a mistake. 11.25 I'm cutting this to, not 11.5. So ignore all of what I said earlier, and I'll change that so you can screenshot it. I don't know what makes me think I can teach other people how to do things. I can show you how to get in a muddle. Why did I put 11.25 there? What am I blethering about? But I think ours is 11.75. Hello Elizabeth, you're welcome to come in. Yeah, because I've been crafting at different times, and we're now on British summertime as well, so everything changes. Right, so score at, she's hidden it, hasn't she? Score at 1.25, 2.5, 4 3/4, and 7. And I am going to use my scoreboard to get it nice and straight. If you haven't got a scoreboard, use the long arm of your trimmer and score with your scoring thing there. But if you have got a score tool, use it, because it's nicer to get that in there. But it would be even better if you could remember where you put your score tool, right beside me. Right, so let's go. 1 1/4, 2 1/2, 4 3/4. With this, there's less chance of scoring squint. And 7. And she said, so the standard width of a card in the US is 4 1/4. So there, that's how this has ended up. And I wanted it to be in similar proportions to my centimetre one. It's not the same size, but in similar proportions, in that I've got 2 narrow strips here and a slightly wider one at that side, and that was what was in my mind, and making sure that the measurements for scoring weren't too complicated. So you're going mountain, valley, mountain, valley, and that is the base card. Alright, wide by 5.5 deep, so I need that, I need the strip of paper to be 1 inch by 5¼ because I'm just going to use 1/4 inch. So I need 2 of those, then I need 2 of this one, which is 2¼ inches, isn't it? Where's the ruler? Because the maths have left me. I worked this out before I had dinner, you see, and then I went and had dinner and forgot. Yeah, 2¼ So that needs to be 2 inches by 5¼ So it's not too complicated. Are you with me so far? Are you all okay? Have I blown your head yet? And I need 1 panel for here, and it needs to be, certainly it needs to be 5¼ and it needs to be 4 inches. Well, that's not hard, is it? Right, so I need my trimmer back. So how are we going to go? So I'm going to have these, a butterfly strip. We'll have that as the back panel. That showing one, and then that one, and I think we'll have this in between. Although it is Starry Sky, it goes okay with the blues. It doesn't. I just love this though. Righty, trimmer, where did you put my trimmer? Somebody touched it. Give it back. Give me it back. Right, so if I'm having this as the first panel, simply because I like it, it's got to be 1 inch by 5¼ Right, so we'll just cut it 1 inch. I don't have scraps of this paper because I haven't used any of it, but it'll be retiring. It's like it's blowing my head. It's like, so 5¼ keep me right. Now we've got scraps. We've got that scrap. Right, that's the first strip. And I was going to use this one for the in-betweeny ones. That's Bonnie too. Right, and that needs to be 1 inch. By 5¼ Did you all get a wee drink off the table? Right, so that's that one. That's the first two. Will we just check they're going to fit? Make sure I've got it right. There you go. You could do just an 1/8 of an inch increment, but I've done 1/4 of an inch just because it's easier on the head. Then for the next one I want this, and that's got to be 2 by 5¼ Oh, I heard something come through the door. It'll be my Amazon delivery. My friend Patrick O'Kane has written a book and it's just arrived today. So I'll probably be putting something on Facebook to tell you all about it. Right, 2 by 5¼ We're getting there. I think that's the book just arrived. That's exciting. And then 4 by 5¼ 4 inches by 5¼ So that's that part of the card. Let's stick that all together before I forget what I'm doing. And then we'll work out a belly band. Excuse me, and some decoration. Okay, so did we get glue ready before we started, Janice? No. So how is everybody? Anyone in the Scotland? Certainly, I believe the whole of the UK had sunshine today. Who's been out? That's not going to be good today for me. Let's have a new glue. Anyone else been out walking or doing anything? Can't get into this. This doesn't want to go. Where's the snips? Oh, I can feel myself being challenged already. What is this? The minute I go on, I think it's the minute I say I'm going to go live, somebody comes to my desk and removes items and changes them around, and yeah. Oh yeah, I believe you. In the morning, first thing, it was very icy. Peter said that he had to scrape the car to go to work, but by the time I emerged, I didn't go out until 10 o'clock in the morning to hang the washing out. And I must be getting old because I'm quite excited because I got my first load of wash and dry completely dry outside. I have hung washing out this year, but it wasn't completely dry when I brought it in. It was actually foldable and to go away, that kind of dry. So that was good. There's plenty of glue left in the other bottle, but it's needing a bit of a poke. It's been lying since lunchtime, I think, unused. So isn't this pretty? And I haven't used it or anything to go with it, just the paper, just to do in a paper share. That's what happens. I completely forgot I had it. Quite like those wee triangles, isn't that nice? Oh, well, at least you got a good snow season. If skiing's the money maker, then at least the ski industry's made some money in Salt Lake City. I'm not going to say it too loud, but we actually haven't had very much snow this winter. But that can, you know, isn't anything greatly in the forecasts. So this is a good way, if you've got lots of bits of designer series paper, this is also a good way to use up scraps, and it's a good way to show more than one pattern off in one card. There's so many colourways in this that I could have done this, but I'm a Night of Navy girl, so and I had Night of Navy out for this morning, so I just stuck with it. But I like the addition of the parakeet party coming in there as well. So I particularly like this leaf print. So look, that is a good way to show, look, that's a lovely way to show off the paper, even though I say so myself. Let's just right, that lies better once you burnish it. Right, so I need to cut a piece for a belly band. And so I am going to cut 1 inch will be plenty wide enough for a belly band. I think the one on the other one is a bit narrower than that. We'll just cut the full length and then I'll let me think. So 4 1/4 and 4 1/4. it'll be 8.5. So if I cut this to 9 inches, I should have a bit for sticking down. Might just cut it to just a little, I'll cut it to 9.25 just to make sure I've got enough. Hi Helen, in you come. The fire's on if you want a wee seat. The ladies and gents will sugar up what you in. I am sure they will. Right, so then I'm just going to pop, make a belly band. Now I do stick them at the front because I'm going to decorate it. So I'm using my grid paper to kind of eyeball that it's more or less straight. Put that one over there. Whoops. Then I moved it, of course, and it's no longer straight. And that one, obviously, because there's more folds at this side, that's got to come over a bit of there. But you see, I allowed enough to get an overlap, and then I'm just going to pop a little bit of wet glue here. Again, you can use tape. But Janice just about does everything with. Hey Janine, I didn't see you come in. I saw Helen come in, but I didn't see you. In you come, my darling. Right, and then just hold that down if you're using glue. Obviously, if you're using tape, it's instant, but glue just takes a bit longer to grab. And that's the belly band. We'll just let that dry. But we'll stick the decoration over the join, and then it looks nice and clean on the back with no join showing. So I'm quite happy with that. Now what I haven't done is organise something for you to write on. So I've got some bits of scraps of basic white here. And if I cut this, what we've got a bit that we've got things written on. Very good. Right. Chop that off, Janice, first. Chop it up. Get it out the way. Right, so I want a piece that is 2 inches wide. Right on that side. Let's just. So if that is 2 inches. And how long is that? But it doesn't really matter, it's a scrap, it's just a little bit over 4 inches. If I stick that in there, you can, you know, we can write whatever we want on the, well, I'll stick it further over then. I'm going to stick it over at the side of the paper. And then it's not visible when the card's closed. So it has to go over there on the side of the DSP, but that's cool. That's fine. The other thing you could do if you want to write a lot is put a piece of basic white on the back. It is pretty, isn't it? I'm putting that there so that we can write. But if you want to do a bigger message, just put a big piece of white on there and write as much as you like. You could even put white in there and, you know, write various messages that way. It's just. So I've got this bit done for the belly band. Now I'm going to go to my go-to at the moment is, which I'm loving, is the 2-inch punch, which is on the online exclusive, and the decorative circle. If the 2-inch punch is sold out, I do apologise, but you might have a 2-inch die you could use. But I don't believe the decorative circle punch is in the annual catalogue. It may go, so you know, make sure you've got that, because this is fabulous. So wait till you see. Right, so this was me practicing where I was going to score. So let's use up this. I think I'll get, yeah, look. Oh, I love that crunch noise. Anyone else? And then I've got this piece of white. I wasn't intending to do fun folds, but because I noticed, I was looking through old videos and things, and I remember doing the triple fold a long time ago when we did that boho, the boho suite a few years ago. I had done one with that, so, and I loved it, so I thought, oh, I could do that, because that uses the designer series paper. I know, the sound of a punch, isn't it lovely? Our punch is not a punch punch, so I'm going to use this for the decoration. What do you think? I used something different in the other card, but so I've no idea what I'm going to put on here. I don't have the stamp set that goes with that, but I do have the happy birthday. Does that? Yeah, it will just fit across the middle there. That comes from, I don't know, what stamp set does it come from? Best Day, the happy birthday. I used it on the other one, so let's just use it. Almost as nice as the sound of a cocktail shaker. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Janine. Ooh. So I'm just ink it up. It's already had Night of Navy on it today, so let's not fight. So I don't know how low down I can go here. Not that I think it really needs to be quite across the middle. That's cool. Happy birthday to you. I'm going to glue this on here and then decorate it. Decorate it in situ, as it were. So belly band on. Come on, you were made to fit, so you've got to go back on. Come on, stop being silly. There you go. You just have to persuade paper to do what you need it to do. Now, obviously, I don't want too much glue here. You could put this on with embellishments, but in case you were going to pop it in the post, you might not want to make it any higher than it is. So let's just pop some glue here and just the happy birthday about there. Janine, hear you. You just need to coax it a little bit. There we go. So we've got all this lovely paper, and it's got these lovely butterflies in it. Where is the rest of the pack of paper? So let's just fussy cut something to decorate it with. But I do have, are there any whole butter? Oh, these ones are quite small. What have we got? Let's just double check. Those ones are quite big. Well, that one kind of goes with the colour too. I'm just going to do a bit of fussy cutting. I don't know whether dies with this. I didn't look before I came on, of course, you know. You can see that I'm not the hard sell kind of demonstrator because I'm not all prepared when I come on. But yeah, I would like it if somebody bought some of this from me, but I'm not here to do that. I'm not sure about those ones. I wanted to keep one of the ones that have some blue in. Right, we'll see where we go. I'm going to go for that big one there anyway. Shouldn't be too hard to fussy cut, should it? That's not the end of the fussy cutting, by the way, don't panic. I will put a bit more detail. So I'm thinking, you know, that one would go kind of stick on there. And then, that is big, isn't it? But, and then we can have something, we'll just do it. Don't overthink it. So just leave a little white border around. I'm going to turn the paper as you go. Oh, I do need to open those scissors again. It's quite easy lines, just curves. There's nothing too complicated here. But I'm still biting my tongue though while I do it. Or sticking my, I stick my bottom teeth over my lip. No, my top teeth over my bottom lip. That's what I do when I'm doing these sort of things. Then sometimes I stick my tongue out. Might be some sight when we're concentrating. What do you do when you're concentrating? Somebody tell me what their habit is. No, what I'll do is I'll just clear the punch away. So there you can, if you want to screenshot the rough measurements there for the size of the card and the scoring. And down there, that's where I worked out the size of the paper. Are we okay again? Oh, it said it had disconnected. Are we? That's not. Ah, there we're focusing now. Are you okay now? Have you got me? Oh, thanks, Karen. If you hadn't told me, I wouldn't have noticed. Because there's a bit of a lag between what. That's be the wrong glue. That must be the other glue. There's a bit of a lag. I'm just going to kind of just put that at a jaunty angle there. So you can still read the happy birthday. Just might as well use it up, eh? Use this one. I can't be bothered. Some people can cut right from the middle of a sheet, but I'm not good at that. So I'll just do this. So who's got loads of designer series paper left to use up before the new catalogue comes out? Because let's face it, when the new catalogue comes out, you'll want all the new stuff and you forget about the old stuff. Hi Joanna, in you come. seat by the fire. It's certainly cooling down now tonight, isn't it? It was a bit warmer during the day. Well, it was lovely when the sun was on you anyway. Yeah, Janine, come on. See if you get using it up, then you can justify having some new. But I've been trying, and as I say, the more I use, the more I find. Yeah, I'm just coming on at different times. And as I say, this was supposed to be recorded, and then I decided I wanted a bit of company, so I just made it live. Karen. Miss Corrie. I won't call you that now, Karen. Joanna, Corrie Papercraft is Karen. She's my upline. So if you check out Corrie Papercrafts, Karen has lots of videos on her YouTube channel of 3D projects. What she doesn't know about 3D projects isn't worth knowing. Right, so I'm thinking this one can kind of go like that, so we'll put some glue on that wing and a bit of that, and then just, it's like a butterfly go round. Alright, you did know it's Karen, alright, that's fine. I'm just making sure. Right, there's no pressure, Karen, you've got loads there already, but yeah, it would be nice to see what else you could do. You can show us. You do. I don't know, I think I might just, would it be too much to have the third one? If we have the third one, which one do you want, that one or that one? Oof, let's just go for it. Yeah, no, I realised that afterwards. I like the Miss Corrie actually, quite suits you. Sounds like school headmistress or something. Miss Corrie. Don't know why. Oh, just you can use any of your designer series papers for this card. This is the recorded one, so you can get a wee peek. This is the recorded one, and it's in centimetres, which is my usual size of card, which is tall and slim, like myself, haha. And this one is in inches, which is a bit shorter and slightly fatter. And I'm using different DSP. So that one's with, I've cut from the Hues of Happiness paper. So do you know, you don't need a lot of stamping. If you're not in the mood to stamp, you don't have to. Get that paper used up. So I always end up with a lot of paper because I do a paper share, and I usually take one share at least for myself, and then when I do classes there's quite often a quarter of a pack. It depends. If I've had an odd number of people by the class, then I've often got some of that left over, so I end up with more than I intend to have. I say that I didn't intend to have this much. Oh yeah, a wee thumbs up ladies would be lovely, and gents if you're watching on replay. Yeah, so it's all exciting in the Stampin' Up world because demonstrators will be able to see an online version of the new annual catalogue on Wednesday evening. Now I won't get to see it until later in the evening because I have a face-to-face class. I don't think we could fair on my clients to say, oh hang on a wee minute, I need to look at this catalogue and not show them it. Don't think I can do that, but when class is over I will be slumped on the couch oohing and eyeing over the new catalogue. Now this can't be, I need to still be able to read the happy birthday, so I'm kind of not sure how I'm fitting this in. That way, like that. It does kind of look like a butterfly roundabout, doesn't it? So I think that might be enough butterflies. Let's put the lid on the glue and get some of our lovely, lovely embellishments. I think I used the Milky Dots on the last one and I think I'm just going to do the same on this. Wednesday demos get to see it online. Wednesday evening, certainly here in the UK. I think it's usually about 8 PM UK time. So I'm going to use the gold coloured ones. I don't know what they're meant to be, but they kind of pull the yellow in here. Okay, so here's my, yep, take my pick tool. Take your pick, take my pick, I don't care. I'm kind of using them to fill the gap there. Could have also brought in the wee brushed. I'm just going to leave it at that. Because you can overdo it, can't you? Whoops. I'll put that up. I'll do it after because I'm getting all gummed up. And I've dropped the other pretty card. So, watch out tomorrow. It'll be much the same process, but actually it'll be slicker because I had everything cut and I just stuck it all together. But the centimetre card will be up tomorrow, and this is my inches one. So those of you who've joined late, you can screen print or screenshot this lot. That was my working. So you need a piece of card that's 5.5 inches by 11.25 inches, and you score it at 1.25, 2.5, 4.75 and 7. And then you need 2 panels of designer series paper, which are 1 by 5.25, 2 pieces that are 2 inches by 5.25, and 1 piece that is 4 inches by 5.25. Just stick it all together. Then make a belly band which was 1 inch by 9.25 inches, and then I used the decorative circle punch, and somewhere, I don't know where the 2-inch circle punch has gone, it's disappeared. Here it is, the decorative. I don't know if it's still available in all markets because the circle punch, I know that the 1 3/4 inch one went out. I don't know if it's coming back. Does anyone know? You use them to make the decoration on my belly band, and I've probably overdone the butterflies, but do you know what? Janine, you can't have too many butterflies, can you? Oh, take care, Janine. Thank you for joining us in your break. Much appreciated. See you soon. See you soon. Right, say ho. And I really will see Janine soon. It's so exciting. I'm going to meet up with her. I am so excited. Okay, so that is me, folks. No, who can't? Oh, the circle punches are no longer available in Canada. No, you can't have enough butterflies. Right, yeah, I get you. Sorry, ma. Yeah, because there's a delay, I've kind of had forgotten what I said. Anyway, thank you everyone for joining me in this live. And yeah, if you're watching on the replay, please subscribe if you haven't already. If you press the bell icon, you'll get notified when I'm coming on again. And if any of these scribbles make sense to you, you're more than welcome to them. Thank you, everybody. See you soon. Right, here, I'm going to get out of here. The usual. Oh, look, they've changed. YouTube changed their settings, or my phone changed its settings, but yeah, now I can say bye-bye to you like I used to. So, and I can see the door now. Thank you everyone for joining me, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye bye.